Oh my God, chat. What's up? 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 What's up, everybody? Yo, today I'm gonna do two streams today. I'm gonna do this stream and I'm gonna do the marathon, The Last of Us. I'm gonna play The Last of Us until we complete the game. So we're gonna do two streams today. We're gonna do this quick stream, and then we're gonna do this quick stream, and then we're gonna do the marathon tomorrow. I mean, I said tomorrow. Later on today, around like 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? But yo, I can't believe it, y'all. We lost again in the Garden. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. We lost again in the Garden. It's not over. Game 3, we're gonna come back. We're gonna have to come back, Marlon. We're going to have to. We're going to have to come back, man. We're going to have to come back, man, for real. It's insane. Let me share this live real quick. Let me share this live real quick. So, you already know, we're going to do some reactions, and then we're going to play a simulation of 2K real quick. And then I'm going to end stream, and I'll be back again around 6 o'clock. Don't mind the noise in the background. I'm washing clothes right now, so don't mind that. But we should be alright though, man. Look, we a better road team anyway. You know what I mean? We're a better road team anyway, and we gotta get to Indiana. That's the only way we're gonna have a chance in this series. Get to it, Indiana. That's the only way we could win this series, y'all. Hold on, let me promote this live real quick, y'all. And we just about to see what's going on, man. Shit. I was pissed off last night, man. I said, no way, we can't get one? We can't get one in the Garden, though? Oh, my God. This is crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let me, I got bad news. What's the bad news, Marlon? He said, well, what's the bad news, Marlon? He said, not shocked. At this point, we suck at home, but good on the road. Facts. And the crazy thing, you know what I noticed about this team, though? I love my New York Knickerbockers, but one thing I know is, like, when other teams come to the Garden, when I failed the grade, I'm going to repeat it. Damn, Marlon, what the hell? What the hell you got going on? You failing grades, man? I told you, man. Stop playing Fortnite so much, man. Stop playing Fortnite so much, man. You need to focus. You need to focus, gang. You need to focus. You need to focus, bro. You need to focus, bro. Don't play with your education, man. You gotta focus. Lock in. Go to that summer school. You feel me? Repeat that grade. And yeah, man, do what you got to do. But stop playing the game so much, man. Only play the game when you're done with your schoolwork and you're done studying. But like I was saying, VLEX, man, bro. It's like other teams, when they come into the Garden, they play better than they play better than us. It's like the lights make them play harder. For us, it's like, oh, we used to the lights, oh, it's New York City. This is our town and shit, so we don't have to play. Like, y'all crazy, man. Like, man, y'all gotta come and show out, bro. Y'all can't let these teams come in and destroy us in the Garden, bro. This shit is sickening. It's crazy, man. Let's see. Let's see what everybody gotta say, man. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. He says, because my school is number one race star and is racist. It's racist? Your school is racist? Oh my gosh. How's the school is racist? Hold on, bro. I gotta oh shit. They put me on, I typed in Knicks and they put me here. Oh, snap. I'm right here. That's fire. We need some more people on here, man. Let's see what Knicks Fan TV had to say. Nah, where's the other guy I was watching the other day? Was it Juan TV? Hold on, it was somebody I was watching the other day. He said, I finished my junior year in college straight B's. WWW man. What you going to college for, bro? Well, what was that guy's name? Was it Juan TV? Juan. Oh my God. What was that guy was hold on, subscriptions. Let's go right here. I know they put something up. Where they at? Where they at? Damn, I know I subscribed to their channel. Oh my gosh. Computer science, fire. That's nice. Congratulations to you, bro. Keep going. Don't stop. Hustlers don't stop. They keep going. They didn't post nothing yet. Oh, they did post. Let's see what they let's see what they got to say. Yo, hey yo, I'm gonna do 2 streams today. I'm gonna do this stream and then I'm gonna do another stream around 6 o'clock. But I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna do a marathon at 6 o'clock.
Right. The lowest prices of any national grocery.
I need everybody like this stream, like this stream, like this stream.
Every language crosses every border and connects every generation. That's why.
Unfortunately, the turnover is really what changed everything. In Indiana's case, think about what they did. It was an Andrew Nemhard layup that gave the Pacers their first lead of overtime.
Man, fuck this, man, bro. This is not it. This is not it. Hold on. This is not the one I need to be watching. I'm trying to find Knicks. I'm trying to find. Where is it at? That's it. 5. They put me right here. Man, bro, this is not it. This is not it. Hold on. This is not the one I need to be watching. Hustlers don't stop. They keep going. You can lose your life and it's gonna keep going. Where is it? Where's it at? Okay, let's see what Jalen Brunson got to say. Let's see what Jalen Brunson got to say after this loss, man. Let's see what our captain got to say.
Jalen, are you seeing any common denominators why you got to get into those stars to start a lot of these games?
There's a lot that goes into it, but all comes down to just being ready to go.
Man, y'all better get ready. Y'all better get ready, man. Sunday, we got to win Sunday. We got to win 2 in Indiana. Forget that. We got to win 2 in Indiana, y'all.
Happy with how that position go? You're trying to get something off earlier. You're trying to go for the 3. What's your process?
I was looking for a 3, but I just saw him wide open, and with enough time to kind of play a trap, steal, foul game, obviously didn't go in our favor, but we had more than enough time and opportunity to kind of get to where we want to get to.
Dylan, you guys hadn't been trailing in either series, first 2 series, now 2-0, heading on the road. Just kind of what's the regroup here?
Regroup starts tomorrow.
Regroup starts tomorrow, man. Hey, they better change it up with the coach and all that. They need to change it up, man.
51-1 team in the regular season, you're here in the Eastern Conference Finals, but the starting group specifically has struggled this postseason. I think minus 50 throughout the 3 series. At this stage, how difficult is it to tinker with stuff like that? Also, I guess from your vantage point, what are you seeing with the issues offensively, defensively, that group hasn't necessarily been able to get to grow?
Yeah. Obviously, we can finger point and say this is wrong, that's wrong, and say it's this person's fault, that person's fault. But collectively, we gotta get it together. That's really it.
Based on what you've seen from the group all year, do you feel wherewithal up in there to get it together and actually come back with this deficit?
Yeah. Yep.
What makes you confident about that?
I've said this so many times that I have the utmost confidence and trust in my teammates
Man, we gotta win,
We've
man.
been in positions where we've been counted out and we found a way to win. So just one step at a time.
So when you say with the starters that it just boils down to you have to be ready, well, what does that mean and what does that look like?
Just means you got to come with a physicality and tenacity, intensity to start the game. It's all regular season. Guys pretty much get warm in the first couple minutes of the game. That's league wide, and then now there's no time to kind of get warm.
Ain't no time to get warm, man. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Ain't no time to get warm.
Battle back. What did you see in that fourth quarter in terms of communication? And is it somewhat challenging? Because they played 11 guys, and some guys didn't get in until late in the game.
Sorry, what's the question? Sorry.
What'd you see defensively in that fourth quarter? And is the fact that they played 11 guys add some more challenges to you?
The 11 guy thing. That's all on them. That's their coaching staff, what they want to do. So, it is what it is when it comes to that point. Defensively, I just remember there was a couple possessions where we had 2 on ball, and then they got the layup, they got the bank shot, off the pick and pop. Just the rotations weren't there, and there were things that we needed to do to obviously help each other out when it comes to defensive rotations. So, and they weren't there, and so that's what led to that 10-point lead, and get it out after that.
Yeah, Jim, a couple more. You mentioned the rotational stuff.
JB, you gotta save the team, JB, you gotta save the team, man.
That eventually sets
You gotta save the team.
direction or something. Is there something more difficult about communication on like a third action or possession than a first, beyond just the obvious like you have to do it 3 times instead of once?
Yeah, the easy way to say that, the answer is that yes, it's difficult. But as a team, we got to this point, doing the things that we do, and so we've done those plenty of times this year. So we need to continue to do it, especially at this point in this.
As long as I'm president of the United States, Iran will never be allowed to have a nuclear
season where that means the most. So that's it.
Jalen, after the Pacers beat the Cavs, Kenny Atkinson said that the Pacers are kind of like a college team. Meant that with the utmost respect. It does seem like they get late in games and they're still running stuff and there's actions and there's sets. Everybody talked about their pace and the physical toll that would take, but is there a mental kind of, not fatigue, but a mental sharpness you have to have more so that's maybe impacting teams going against them because of how steady they are throughout games?
Jalen Brunson looks so sad, bro.
I guess, yeah. But we're in the conference finals. Like, nothing else matters right now. We have a game every other day. We're playing in a very high stakes moment. So the mental, the focus, everything has to be there. There is no question about it.
Last one.
Caleb, what's your message to Knicks fans in terms of the tenacity and the toughness they can expect from this ball club as you head to Anthony?
My utmost respect to the Knicks fans. They've always been there through ups and downs, and then they're very knowledgeable sports fans. So for me, I guess what I want to say to them is obviously we got to continue to fight. So it's going to take one day at a time, one game at a time. We can't look ahead. We can't think about anything other than just game 3 at this point. So that's just my mindset going forward.
All right, thanks, Sean.
Yeah, JB, man. JB sounds, whew. JB sounds out of it. You know what that means. You know what that means. If JB sounding crazy, you know what that means, man.
That the pace we're able to get into a groove, into some sort of rhythm. And then once we get to the fourth quarter with Cam Payne and Karl Anthony Towns, not knowing not knowing who's to guard who on the perimeter, giving guys wide open looks to drill threes. Things started to get a little out of reach for the New York Knicks as they would just end up trading shots as the game wore on, and unfortunately the Knicks would lose this one 114-109 with some questionable coaching decisions down the stretch too. But don't worry, we're going to talk about all of it tonight, for as aggravating as it is to be down 0-2 to the Indiana Pacers. With me on the other side is my guy JD Sports Talk. You know we're about to get that crispy clean analysis. I'm your host, Alex Chateris, a.k.a. the Stratocaster. CP's on the way. And if you want to call in tonight to give us your takes on what you saw from tonight's game or what you think about the series, please do so. All right? You can download the app Discord or go to the web browser, whatever fits your fancy. Call in. We need to hear your takes. So let's get into this. JD, I am just so aggravated with the performance of this team, especially when it comes down to the fourth quarter. I don't want to give the edge to the fact that the Pacers just have fresh legs. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe because they go 9-10 deep, guys are able to think clearly.
We're supposed to destroy Indiana, y'all,
and where to be. But I don't think it's that difficult to know that this team can shoot threes, so we should stay on the perimeter. I don't think it's that difficult. We're supposed to destroy Indiana, considering that we had to go against a team like the Boston Celtics, who go 8-9 deep, who can shoot threes, and we did that pretty well against them. I know the Pacers play at a faster speed than the Celtics, but it's just a little confusing where, to me, that you can't replicate what you did against the Boston Celtics. And it comes down to players, it comes down to coaching. I mean, the thing that stands out to me is that you see that this team is struggling to get boards, struggling to get second chance opportunities. Why do we leave Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride on the bench for so long in the third?
Facts!
Even when you go to the fourth quarter, then we start to see that we have Campaign, who I still have no idea
why did they do that, yo?
Right? He had an okay first half, but then it's like when you're looking for him to set guys up in that second half while Jalen Brunson's out, we're not doing that. Doesn't know who to guard on the perimeter. Same thing with Cat. And next thing you know, it just becomes it doesn't even take that much to be in a hole against the Indiana Pacers. It took 6 points, 6 to 8 points to be down in a hole. And then when we're looking for, hey, maybe we should leave Mitchell Robinson to get boards while we put Josh Hart and the rest of the starting unit back in there to close the game. We can't get boards, can't get second chance opportunities. Pacers do limit us from getting out there and getting up shots. And don't even get me started on even the last timeout that we had, where we don't even use that for an ATO, which we've seen work before in the last two series against the Pistons and the Celtics, to get Jalen Brunson an open look from three.
It's not going to work. Indiana's different.
Down the ball, rush up the court, and then heave a deep three, which didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. This game, man.
Hey, all I know is we better win 2 in Indiana, y'all. We can't go out like this. We cannot go out like this, y'all.
When you have home court advantage.
We cannot go out like this.
Even more so because we could not close out game 1, bro. It's even more aggravating because we could not close out game 1. What are your thoughts?
Confidence is not a
We couldn't even close out game 1. We choked game 1. Game 1, we choked. What the hell is going on? Shit.
I don't know what to say.
What the hell is going on, man?
I don't know what to say.
This shit is ridiculous.
It's team, man.
This is ridiculous.
How do we lose the first 2 games at the Garden?
At the Garden. We lost 2 at the Garden. Now we playing catch up.
Listen, they're
now we playing catch up, y'all. Shit's ridiculous.
You know,
fuck.
I'm not gonna say the series is over.
The series ain't over, but damn.
Probably my last 10% that I have left of.
Yeah, right.
Belief in the players, belief in their road record.
They got everybody looking sad and shit. It's all good though. We coming back. If we lose game 3, it's GG's.
and you think
It's GG's, y'all. If we lose
can
game
just
3,
win
it's
game 3
GG's.
as well, and just put ourselves in that back to that position of game 4. Same thing, Boston did to us. And then it was right back to that position in game 4 where Tatum was heroic. And for about 45 minutes, that game was a toss-up. Right? It's putting yourself in that position of we're the Boston Celtics now.
Facts. We're the Boston
now
Celtics.
Just asking to win game 3, which Indiana again did lose last round when they got Mobley back and they got DeAndre Hunter back and they got Garland back for that game. Obviously, you saw what happened.
We can't lose game. We got to win game 3 and game 4.
There were
and game 5.
They almost pulled it off too.
We got to win 3 straight.
That's all I have.
We got to win 3 straight, man.
All I have left.
We got to win 3 straight, y'all. That's the only way we're going to have a chance if we win 3 straight.
Can we find a way to put ourselves in that position to where, you look at these first 2 games, it's a 5-point game tonight, to Hail Mary in game 1. You were still up 4 in overtime and still blew it.
Still blew it. Man,
it's not like
fucking
we lost the first 2 games in blowouts. And that's all I got in terms of hope and any optimism and any miracle. That's what I got. As far as how we got here, as far as the margins of a 5-point lead and 5-point loss and how we got to this point, bro, I don't know where to start, man. I don't know where to start with the players. I don't know where to start in terms of the coach. There's a lot of blame to go around. And I'm just shocked, man. I'm shocked at the way this team has played at Madison Square Garden. I'm shocked at just the slow starts, which I think at this point you have to look at the coach for that as well, because the starting lineup, they've been telling us all year, we ain't it. We're not it, coach. They've been telling us all year. The analytics, the geeks, the straight A students, the research, the casuals, the diehards,
the opponents,
the opponents, everyone that's 6 feet under, everyone, dead or alive, has been telling us, start a lineup ain't it. The media asked them, start a lineup ain't it, coach. What you gonna do? Well, you gotta look at the whole thing. That's what he said. You gotta look at the whole thing and how everyone works together. Well, one thing we do know, that lineup, they don't work well together. And we still throw that lineup out there. It is absolutely baffling. And we'll get to all the rebuttals and all the, because there's a lot of acknowledgement that has to go. There is a puzzle here with an imbalance that's going on with this roster, with a few players that are your best players, but also your weakest defenders. So there is some of challenges that not only this head coach, any head coach will have. However, when you look at the margins, there is a way, only one way, to counter that. And the head coach has not done that. He's done it in spurts throughout the game, but then again, you cannot go into the lineup you're supposed to every time we're down.
Exactly.
Or better yet, it's going to happen now, guys. Oh, we're down 2-0. It's going to happen now. And that's what I hate about it. It's going to happen now instead of happen before. That's what I hate about it. I bet you now it's going to happen. And the funny thing is, it still may not. But I'm counting that it will. I'm counting that at this point.
you, I didn't have to pay for any textbooks, no housing costs, no meal plans. It saved me so much money that I have so much left over for me to use as a down payment towards my dream car.
Since switching to Dr. Squatch, everyone's been calling me Moisture Mike Tyson. Dr. Squatch, total moisture made with natural ingredients. Now sniff. Take a bite out of dryness with Dr. Squatch Total Moisture.
When you work on cars as much as I do, you learn what matters most. And for me, that's it's gonna happen.
You think it's good? You think that Tom Thibodeau is going to change the starting lineup and put Mitchell Robinson in that starting rotation, and who bench Josh Hart? Is that what you're counting on for next game? Because I don't see that happening, bro. I think there's a little bit too much stubbornness at this point where he's going to look at, yeah, well, you can show me all the data, but then it's like, oh, well, I came here through 51 wins, so why should I even change the starting lineup? It's worked at this point, even though we watch even today, like legitimately today. Let me pull up the play-by-play. 19 to go. Mitchell Robinson enters for Karl Anthony Towns. You then also bring in Deuce McBride. Happens. By the end of the first quarter, we are talking about a tied ball game, damn near. Knicks actually took the lead, 26-24. That's the impact of Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. And Mitch got 16 straight minutes in that first half. And I just don't understand why we don't go back to him, man. Now, we could talk about he tweaked his ankle in the second half, so maybe he wasn't playing with the same gusto, same intensity that he was in the first half, but he was still grabbing boards. He was still deterring players from attacking the rim. Forget the one broken play that he had today, which was Miles Turner getting an open three, because we're not going to put that blame on him because it came to broken players prior to that, and now we're going to him, looking for him to fix everything. We take out Cam and we take out Cat to put guys back in to fix things instead of being ahead of what the issue is, which we've seen now for all these series. They just get down, man. Certain lineups just get down, and we need defense out there and offensive rebounding to keep us in this game. Not everyone's going to hit all their shots. Right. But I'm just getting back to, I do not see the starting lineup change. I think what he's going to do is say, I'm going to stick to my guns, and if I do any different changes, it's like what we saw tonight, I'll just play Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride for like a long runway of minutes in the first half or second half. And that's how I'll go through it.
And listen, I don't care. Kill me if you want.
Yeah, yo, Marlon, you gotta get right, man. You gotta pass your grades, bro.
Correct.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say. You gotta get right.
Yeah, we beat
pass.
the Celtics. Cool. The head coach gets credit because we beat the Celtics.
That's it, man.
We were also down multiple games, 20 points, and again, there was no adjustments being made. And going into these playoffs, one of the private conversations that I had with another Knicks content creator that I won't name because he probably doesn't want me to name him, but one of the concerns we had is this very thing is, do we have enough, aside from the challenges again, and we're going to get to that, aside from the challenges we have from a personnel standpoint, that first you have to acknowledge will be a challenge if this roster stays the same for any other head coach. Young, veteran, rookie, however.
But in July, I'm going to study so I can play Fortnite at 11:23 a.m. or p.m.
When you have those challenges, do we have enough from the head coach, from the coaching staff, that will lead you to believe that we can find ways to counter or overcome that, or at least put us in a position where the players will decide the game? And one of the concerns we had was, bro, with this head coach, how stubborn he is, the players may have to outplay their ceilings to overcome
Okay.
the deficiencies.
As long as
that
you
have
study.
as head coach.
As long as you
And
study,
that's
man.
that's in part, on some respect, what I saw from in the Celtics series. I mean, Jalen Brunson was heroic. He's the best player, being the clutch player of the league. So that's your player overcoming any deficiencies and lack of, lineup adjustments and changes from the head coach. And to me, it was Mazzulla just being flat out arrogant when it comes to the 3-point shot. And then in this series, so far, you're seeing that understands that if we do a draft, the first 6 players, 4 of those New York Knicks players, team that understands we have to leave ego out the door. A team that understands, and when I say team, I also mean mostly Rick Carlisle understands that about his team. Just look at everything he threw tonight. Rick Carlisle threw the kitchen sink tonight as if he was down 0-1. Rick Carlisle goes out there and plays Tony Bradley. Tony Bradley, a guy who's got like 2 10-day contracts this year, never played, hasn't played in these playoffs, and just because he looks at Tony Bradley and says, he's taller than Bryant, he's heavier than Bryant, he has wider shoulders. We need to do something with this Mitchell Robinson guy, something. I don't care if I have to pick up a fan and give him a Pacer uniform. Are you 7 feet? Are you 2 feet?
Exactly, man. Hey, at this point, hey, New York, don't draft nobody, man, because y'all not gonna play him anyway.
Player played so much. He was worried about.
Yeah, you guys ain't gonna play their ass anyway. What's the point of drafting, bro?
And he did that. Fouling Mitch with 3 minutes left, looking at anything, matchup hunting. He switched up a little bit. He got a little bit Celtics oriented there in a few possessions, where they were matchup hunting the New York Knicks. Rick Carlisle has been schooling us so far in this series. And
Schooling.
And that's what's frustrating, Alex, is it's he throws out a guy like Tony Bradley. We can all laugh at him for doing that, but it's like, what do I got to lose? It's the playoffs. I need to do something about Mitchell Robinson. And that is what we don't do. When we see somebody going off or doing this or do that, we don't adjust to it. We allow others to dictate the game. And you know when we dictate games? We dictate the game mostly when our offense is going off. When our offense is going off, that everything is flowing, that's when we're able to dictate some of the terms in basketball games.
And the thing is that the offense was still going. The thing is that the offense was, it might not have been shit that we've seen this offense play, but they still put up for 100 points regardless. If you're able to do that, you should be more than capable of winning a game. But the issue is that when you start going down, and this is where it's like, it's not just Tibbs, right? Like it's everybody. It's everybody. Like, this entire thing is on everybody. Yes, in these type of matchups where both teams they do not have. Both these teams, shout out to Caitlin Cooper, shout out to Alex Golden. I broke it down on both game previews. Both teams don't really have the answer to completely stop one another. Like, they don't have the slowing down the speed that they play with, and they don't have the capability of stopping down the straight that we play with.
We gotta get right. We cannot.
However,
if we lose next game, it's over.
When two teams are playing,
I'm sorry, man. I love my Knicks to death, but damn,
how to stop each other's play style. You got to play by the margins at this point, as you're talking about, and we're not playing around the margins. And so when I see stuff where it's like going to that timeout, bro, and I'm sorry, it just bothers me that we didn't use that timeout where it's like, all right, so what's the idea if we don't use this timeout? Because the last couple of possessions, we've just been out-rebounded. Not once, not twice, sometimes 2-3 times in the last couple of minutes where they're getting second chance, third chance opportunities to get it back to Halliburton. Why are we not, with the game on the line, you are down by 3. You are looking to tie it up. Why not call a timeout and just say,
exactly. Why didn't you just call a timeout?
Bro, you talked about it so much in the first 2 series where after
Tibbs
timeout,
be on some nut shit.
Tibbs just draw up a play to get Brunson an easy look.
Nigga Tiz be on
And
some
instead,
nut
what we
net
do
shit, man.
is just allow the ball
Straight
to check
net
in, and then
shit,
you put him in
man.
this you put him in the situation where
nigga.
now you're giving the
God
Pacers
damn.
the opportunity to foul. And to potentially send to Brunson's thinking, and then he heaves a three, man. He heaves the deepest three possible, and it's like, what are we doing here? Then the Pacers get the board, and now you're like, okay.
And
now we
that
gotta
right
foul.
there, Alex. All
Now
those
we gotta
points
now we're wasting time. Now you're wasting the timeout.
and all those points you're making there,
Shit.
that's how you counter the fact that we have our two best players are our worst defenders. No, I'm not gonna give you a solution of how you solve it because there's not much you can do to solve it. So you're not gonna come at me and say, JD, but yes, I acknowledge that. It's a problem. The build is an issue from that standpoint. Cat was absolutely awful tonight.
Then Cat had like 20 points,
But
didn't
how
he?
do you counter that? That's how you counter it. Out of timeouts, plays. Knowing when to call a timeout. The
Yo.
lineups, again, were...
Hold on, why is it doing that?
New Mirafast works naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes for faster constipation relief.
Hold on, y'all. I don't think you guys understand how crazy this is. You're looking at the 22-year-old capturing Vince Staples at rubber tracks in Boston.
The industrial-grade products you need, delivered fast. Call, click, or stop by.
The problem. The build is an issue from that standpoint. Cat was absolutely awful tonight.
New Mirafast works naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes for faster constipation relief.
Hold on, y'all. I don't think you guys understand how crazy this is. You're looking at the 22-year-old capturing Vince Staples.
This is the one. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. Because maintaining this space...
But how do you counter that? That's how you counter it. Out of timeouts, plays. Knowing when to call a timeout. The lineups, again, we're punting minutes to start the game and to start the third quarter. We waited forever to... Rick Carlisle, Aaron Nesmith, the guy that just won him the game in game one, had 2 fouls tonight. And in the third quarter, at the 7th minute and 26-second mark, at the 7-minute, 26-second mark in the third quarter, you know what Rick Carlisle did after Aaron Nesmith picked up a bonehead foul? He benched him. And he brought in Ben Shepherd.
Ben Shepherd.
At the 7.5-minute mark of the third quarter, a guy that's not in foul trouble, a guy that just cooked in the first game. And Rick Carlisle wasted no time to make a statement, to make an adjustment, to make a substitution. Just to throw a different look at Jalen Brunson. But what do we do? No, we go practically most of the whole third quarter with the same starting lineup. We're down. You know, we call a timeout. We come out of it. I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna make a change. No, the same lineup. It's like he's hoping and praying. It's like he wants to give them such an opportunity to pick it up and get it together because of the simple fact that it's just been the starting lineup for the whole season. So now that we're in the playoffs, it's like, damn, after 82 games, am I really going to change it now? And this is what I'm saying. It's emotion. We're doing stuff on emotion. And I've been told the whole time by this head coach that he looks at net ratings, that he looks at the numbers, that the game is going to tell him what to do. But yet, we're doing it. We're really making these things on emotion, on fear, and the simple fact that I get it. Oh, you beat the Boston Celtics. We came back from down 20 in 2 games, and we won 2-0. It just looks weird, JD, to make a lineup change after we we just got to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years, and we got it, and somehow we're still doing it. So, bro, none of that, like, Rick Carlisle's not coaching.
None of that shit fucking matters.
You don't coach that way,
Damn,
bro. You don't do it.
Tibbs,
First of all,
change this
should
shit
have been
up.
done
If
a
you don't
couple
change this
series
shit up, we're gonna fucking lose
But
a
what
series,
happens
dog.
as each round goes, And
Shit.
certain teams you
Tired
play,
of this nigga.
certain teams will let you off the hook.
Ah!
And
Off the hook for sure, bro.
And the Celtics let us off the hook a lot because they're very isocentric. But this Indiana team, man, they caused chaos. They don't stop running. And what they do is now they figured out we can do a little bit of Celtics too. We can isolate some of these guys and cause an open look off that play. And now we're in deeper trouble after game 2 because I feel like after tonight, they figured out more about us going into Indiana. New York Knicks are in deep trouble, man.
They're looking like they're in trouble indeed. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. With me on the other side is my guy JB Sports Talk, who's talking that crispy clean analysis. I'm your host, Ouch Test, aka the Stratocaster. We're getting to your calls, man. We need to get your thoughts here. It's very frustrating. So we're going to start off on the Discord tonight. Make sure to download the app. Go to the web browser if you haven't done so already. So let's start off with King Matthews. King Matthews, lead us off, man. How are you feeling after this one?
Oh, man. How y'all fellas feeling tonight, man? I ain't feeling good, but how about y'all? How y'all feeling tonight?
Frustrated, man. Aggravated. This is 2 games now that I'm very aggravated. I don't like being...
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And actually, shout out, because now I can see y'all facing Discord. I don't know if this is the first time, but I can see y'all facing Discord, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're running it through Discord tonight, or the stream, so that's why you're able to see us tonight.
Yeah, for sure, but let me say this, man. Before the series, man, I think New York needs to do me a favor and take off them street name signs, bro. Take off them street name signs, bro. You got the street names, you gotta put them. You got the street names, you gotta put them. This is pathetic. Off, because this is pathetic. The whole team right now is pathetic. Kid, do not run away from this fade too, man. Why on earth we're doing a drop coverage? You were doing good playing that 3-point defense, and all of a sudden we're doing a drop coverage. Why are we still doing that? Why? We're giving you all this credit all the time. You still doing the same BS. It's hard to believe on this coach sometimes. And call me crazy, but we need to start Mitchell Robinson, man. And I love Hart, but Tom Thibodeau, man, it's making me hate Hart, man. It's making me feel the hate. And the fact that Tony Bradley's playing, and you tell me Precious or Shamit, and we still have Campaign chucking up bad 3-pointers, bro. Like I said before, send that man to the trunk. He should not be even on the court. Other than shots, what can this guy even do? What can he do? Okay? Like, this team still has a chance, but this is a bad look, man. Bad look.
Do we really still have a chance?
If they don't win the next 2 straight games, look, man.
No, fuck. Yo, we have to win 3 straight.
In New York is probably going to be coming short because I can't stand this coach anymore, man. This coach. And that 3-pointer from Brunson, I know you try to take that 3, but that's just a bad shot, man. From nearly half court, you could do a better shot than that. Free the bench, play it out, and be better. Because down 0-2, ain't nobody trying to see that. Ain't nobody trying to see a Pacers versus Thunder series, man. Nobody trying to see that.
Hey, yo, you hear this cat? Yo, he pissed. He said, ain't nobody trying to see no Pacer or Thunder series. Nobody trying to see that, man.
Do better. Take it easy, man.
Style and substance in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on these Sierra models, or get over $5,300 total value.
They say if it's too good to be true, it must be. But at WGU, you can get your degree with the same accreditations as the large universities. See why over 95% of employers say they would hire another WGU grad. And learn more at WGU.
Oh, why has it
Yeah,
got
I gotta ask you this
accessibility
question
on
right
here,
off the
bro?
And we're gonna get to blame because I don't think, because it's not that I don't think Josh Hart did not play well tonight whatsoever. That man was all over the place, all over the place. We needed more.
Yo, what's up, Sam?
And we didn't get Deuce enough good looks to knock down the threes. I didn't think I was like, he's out there, he's just floating around. It's too much. Like
we're on what we have right now.
let's not talk about the off season. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, right?
I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I could say that's positive. This is our first year with Cat and Bridges and shit like that, and we made it to the conference finals. But there's no way we should be in the finals this year. Nobody wants to see a Pacers and OKC matchup. They want to see the Timberwolves and the New York Knickerbockers in the finals. And whoever wins after that, it don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? We got to get right, y'all.
25 years.
We got to get right, y'all. We're right. We got to get right, y'all. I'm tired of losing money.
Wherever the road
I
takes
can't
you,
lose my
Shell
bet,
is
man.
ready to drive you
New
forward.
York.
With pure
Come
power
on, stand
unleashed.
up. Let's do something, man.
Ready to spend summer on
Shit.
a hot streak? It starts
Tired
at
of this
Main
shit,
Event
dog.
with the summer season pass.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So let's
Can't lose
let's
my
not
bet,
get
dog.
too down on ourselves. I know before I had way more energy. I'm like, man, the Knicks could win 4 straight. See, now I'm down 0-2.
Hey,
Now it's
he
10.
said, can we win 4 straight? Now we got to win 3 straight. The only way we're going to win this series if we win 3 straight in a row. Or at least, man, it's going to go to game 7. I ain't going to lie. This is game 7 worthy lineup. Facts. This is a game 7 worthy lineup. Keep grinding. That's it.
Different
I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going.
If you were to conduct
I want to do a reaction. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't done a reaction stream in so long. I do want to get back and doing that, but I just don't want to get striked, man. That's the only issue. Like, I be wanting to do the reaction vlog. I mean, the reaction streams. I might do Kai's probably like tomorrow or something. Tomorrow I'm gonna do Kai's. Hope I don't know. Depending on if I finish this game. If I finish this game tonight, then I'll do a reaction for Kai tomorrow. Whenever he spark up. Or Monday, whatever day it is. It depends on how long it's gonna take me to complete The Last of Us.
Are you afraid to make
Like the stream.
Question number 1 or 2. Because
Like the stream.
Deuce McBride had a couple of tough defensive possessions. They're late in the 4th, right? I think it was Nembhard. Might have been Nembhard back to back, or Nembhard and Neesmith. But Nembhard was on one of them where he wasn't strong enough down low, so they got to the basket on him and they scored. What does he do? I did think about it. I was like, I wonder if he brings Hart now, just to add a little bit of more strength and a couple of more inches in height. But I said he can't bring Hart back.
Damn, why is his ass so long?
Confidence is not a mindset, it's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models.
I'm proud of my degree at APU because I am a firm believer that education is the foundation in which your dream.
On the floor late in the game, we're trying to, score some buckets in a tight game. You gotta leave Deuce out there. I don't care that they just scored back to back on him. I don't care. They're 2-pointers. Leave them out there. What you gotta do is, because it's absolutely crazy to me how Deuce struggles against TJ McConnell. Play under the screens, then attack him. And that's how you play TJ McConnell better. But what Deuce does is he tries to play tight. He tries to ride him through the screen. And when he does that, as soon as he gets the nudge and TJ McConnell gets a lane now, McBride as a trail defender is not strong enough to get to not only not recover, but to even bother McConnell. So that's more of a technique mistake that he's doing. It's positional mistakes that he's doing. And that can be coached up, right? That can be adjusted. But what does he do? he still benches Deuce and brings in Josh Hart.
He still bench
and allows
Deuce.
Now Indiana to play Brunson a little bit tougher. And what happened now is we actually got worse defensively. We actually got worse.
Josh Hart only had 6 points.
I didn't
and
understand.
6 rebounds.
benching
Usually Josh Hart would get like a
I did not
double-double, son.
understand. We need spacing.
Stream, y'all.
To keep America running,
Please
it
like the
requires
stream.
nuclear power and enriched uranium.
Keep
But
grinding
today,
no matter what.
foreign
We don't care,
governments
man.
own
I will be
100%
back
of the
live at
world's
6
enrichment
p.m.
capacity, and they want to
At
use
6
American
p.m. I will be back, and I will be
dollars
playing The Last of Us
overseas.
until I complete the game. So it will be another marathon, and we're gonna kill it.
With U.S. workers building centrifuges here at home, let's power U.S. jobs.
When you work on cars as much as I do, you learn what matters most.
If you're gonna play Cat, you must have a big back there that can cover for him. So you gotta play him with Mitch. That's why you send Hart to the bench. Hart is not a starter. He's not a starter. And I know he's a Tibbs guy, but this is it. Like, yo, he gave us 2 points in the first half. That's not they won't cut it. That's the first thing. The second thing is Cat sucks defensively. There's no movement. He is the worst defender
at one point. And they kept, interchanging, oh, you're going to be a starter, you're going to be a bench player, like figuring out what actually works, trying to fine tune that rotation. Now, to the Knicks, benefit of the doubt, they didn't have Mitchell Robinson to start the season. Maybe things could have, I'm just going to say maybe things may have been different if you had Mitchell Robinson to begin the season. So I will put that out there as an acknowledgement. They did have Jericho Sims, not the same impact as Mitchell Robinson. So when to try new things, to test new things, the only other thing that you could possibly ask for is, did you want Ariel Hukporti to get more minutes, who then got injured at one point, so he wasn't able to finish.
Hukporti, why is Hukporti not playing?
What other alternatives was he going to go to? So I get that you've now played the regular season.
We ain't got Hukporti playing. We ain't got Tyler Collitt playing.
By the way,
we ain't got Shannon playing.
You didn't have what you did as your starting center. Before the season ended, you played him 30-some-odd minutes. Tonight, in 16 straight minutes, that man was playing with intensity. That man was ready to be back in the starting rotation the way he was going after it on the boards, the way he was getting lobs, the way that he was rotating on defense. Mitch was ready to be back in the starting, just the way that he played for 16 minutes straight, okay? But, I just got to give the benefit of the doubt where I'm like, I don't know what other changes you could have done during the regular season, but outside of that, you should have been aware, you should be aware to this point, that starting five struggled against top teams for a reason. They struggled against over 500 teams for a reason. And that's why when we talk about attention to detail, being locked in for all 48 minutes to compete, there's a mentality to this team that is also there just naturally in the players. But then when you watch them and how they competed against all these teams, there should be a log saying, you know what, against these type of teams, they can't really compete like that. Against these certain types of teams, this is what their strengths and weaknesses are. And it just feels like we haven't seen that in the series at all. And really, even even though the Knicks won against Detroit, I didn't necessarily think that was Tibbs' best coach series. Boston was much better, but I just did not think that was his best coach series. But look, man, it's not just the coach. It's not just the coach. It's the players too. And we talked about Josh Hart. Karl-Anthony Towns was rough, bro. Defensively, he was rough tonight. It was just anytime he was put out on an island, the only player that he had just any sort of semblance of just guarding well was Siakam for stretches. And I'm like, even then it was he still got his. And so I thought Towns was it was tough, man. Because if you're going to rely on him as your starting five, it's just not going to cut it. And you can't leave him out there for that long without Mitchell Robinson next to him.
Style and substance. In the GMC Sierra,
with Apartments.com capturing the hearts of hundreds of millions of renters. Everybody wants the secret to our success.
To me, this was his worst game in the playoffs.
And game 1 was terrible.
He makes 20 look so easy, and I know he can do so much more. It's great.
That's what's so frustrating and so.
Here right
Want
now,
quality
please like
repairs
up.
at a reasonable price?
Please
Get
like the
factory-trained
stream. If you
technicians
haven't
at
already,
competitive
please
pricing.
sub up.
Criswell Chevrolet
Bro, we
Buick.
grind. I will be back on live at
From oil
6
changes to
p.m.
maintenance or major
Eastern
repairs,
time.
Criswell has
We're
the
gonna do
experts.
the Last of
Click
Us
on over to
marathon,
Criswell
y'all. We
Chevrolet.
grinding, man. We grinding. We grinding. We don't stop. We don't quit. We keep going. We keep going, y'all. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Hustlers don't stop. They keep going. You can lose your life, but you gonna keep going.
Like
You ran them digits, you ran them money, you ran them digits, you ran them money.
And so what happens is, dribble side to side.
Hustlers
He
don't
has these
stop,
high
they
dribbles,
keep going.
and He uses a stride.
We don't give a fuck
It's
about
like
numbers, we
this
keep
one
going.
step, like Brunson is like 2 to 3 steps of Brunson.
Facts. Like the stream, y'all. Sub up if you haven't already, y'all.
It's like a
Turn me
long
up, y'all.
stride.
Come
And
on.
notice
Share this stream.
that's
Share the
very
stream. Do
difficult
whatever.
for a big
Let's
man.
turn up,
You
y'all.
see it with Mitch.
Fuck.
It's
Let's
like
have a
when
good
he does
time.
these
Let's
little
turn up.
stutter stride dribbles. You have no idea where he's gonna go.
You running them digits, you running them money, you
And
running them digits,
that's
you
where
running them
it's not
money.
much figuring this out. But you also have other areas that you can counter the weaknesses of this team.
You gotta figure out how to counter stuff indeed, man. They gotta figure out how to counter stuff indeed. Let's get to more calls, man. We got a lot of people here, so we gotta make sure we get through a lot of your calls. Let's get to G. G's on the line. What's going on, G?
What's going on, Alex and JD?
What's happening? How are you feeling today?
I'm disappointed. I
Everybody
never thought we'd
disappointed.
be down to 0-2, but we're here. Hoping we could.
Everyone's
still get on the road,
disappointed.
like we've been doing this whole postseason.
Everyone's
But I
disappointed,
wanted to
man.
ask you guys, what do you think about us trying zone defense? Try something different on defense, because the switching's not working either. Cat looks lost. He's in an island doing salsa. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, look, appreciate the call, G. And look, I don't see us going to zone at all. We haven't practiced zone all year, and zone.
I don't even know how to play zone.
Yeah, I was about to say, we probably don't, one, know how to play zone, and with zone, that requires a lot of communication. That requires everyone truly understanding what region everyone's got locked down, and I don't think that team is ready for this. Right now in the ECF, where you're gonna have, what time to practice this do you have for that? I don't see that happening whatsoever. That's something that, when you use zone, and you can even go back to what the Timberwolves were trying to do against the Thunder last night, right? You see them throw out zone. You don't want to necessarily rely on zone the entire game, but it's just to throw different looks, to make the team work and have them think. It's to slow them down. And that's why we ask for tips to throw out a little bit of zone, to make the teams think, to help some of the players that you have on this roster not have to cover all this distance defensively. But I just don't see that happening. And I'm sure JD doesn't see that happening either.
No, Carl Anthony Towns will probably be under the basket in zone, not knowing where to go. Like, we have miscommunications in man and man, let alone zone. You're supposed to have the least miscommunication in zone, because it's pretty much you're following the ball, you're rotating as the basketball moves, and we somehow will goof that up. So, and the problem is you have 3 of the top 3-point shooters in these playoffs are in the Indiana Pacers. They're on the Indiana Pacers. So,
Confidence is not a mindset, it's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD 8.
Ready to live life in the pass lane? With the summer season pass, you'll light up the lanes. Earn smoke.
They shot 43% from 3 tonight. And a lot of those times they were open. So we're gonna premeditate giving them open shots from 3. It's not gonna work. Like I said, it's frustrating, Al, because sometimes we get into these moments and we overanalyze, and it's like, bro, we were up 16 game 1, man. Like, we should be at least 1-1. And it's like, we get to these moments, so we overanalyze. Now, like, I get it, the Cat defense. Was that much of an issue game 1 when we were up 16? Was I hearing that when we were up 16?
No. But the thing is,
if we were playing their game.
I will say though, it did take a step back tonight though. It did look like it took a step back tonight. Oh, like game one though. It was like at least it felt like in game one there was a little bit more effort being played defensively. I mean, even OG tonight, man. I mean, you look at the numbers. He played well. 6 of 11 from the field, got you 16 points. 2 of 6 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Got you 5 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals. I thought defensively he's been out of sorts. I mean, his assignment, Pascal Siakam, dude just waltzed right in and put up 39 points. And what's so crazy, I had this conversation with Caleb Cooper yesterday. I was like, who's the guy that's going to have to come through for the Pacers in this game tonight? I was like, who is it going to be? Pascal Siakam? And she's like, yeah, it has to be Pascal. And sure enough, he did it. That man went 15 to 23 from the field. Talk about efficiency. 15 to 23 on OG? Bro, either behind closed doors, you were getting that workout in Toronto. But like, sheesh, man. To allow a guy that you were shared the court with in Toronto to put up.
Man, look, we about to hop on 2K, man. Let's see if anybody else talking shit, man. Oh, it says the next title hopes on life support. DDG live at Streamer University. DDG's live at Streamer University.
Critical moments of the game where they were having turnovers and just giving the Pacers opportunities to extend the lead. When you look at
All right, we're going to hop on 2K, play one game of 2K, then we out. I got to get some rest. Because I got a marathon to do today.
MP got the job done tonight, as usual. No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night. Objects in motion, stay in motion.
It says return to the main menu. I'll do that shit after this game. Oh, this shit looks fresh. Okay, Mikhail, let's go, Mikhail. Let's go, Mikhail. Let's go, Mikhail.
Reminder fans, we hope you'll come and join us for our trading card game. The first 10,000 fans through the arena will receive a trading card card. Around towards the fan zone and get them Jazz Bear and the Jazz Dancer.
The walking time of the arena can be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at New York. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record.
Well, I think for New York, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Hart is out there with MP. Then there's Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. And for the Jazz, they've got Filipowski. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Keontae George. Then it's John Collins. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. How many games do you need to play, Greg, before you know who you are as a team?
I think you basically know already your identity, the pace you want to play at, obviously the development of the younger guys, and your chemistry is always ongoing.
Now, here's MP. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Puts it up. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
MP letting it fly with no hesitation.
George against Brunson. Outside, George. Clarkson finds George. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Towns. Here's MP. A rebound by the Jazz. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, coach.
I got it.
Rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell. And they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
Now, here's MP. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
Yeah, just another thing MP does for this team. Space the floor.
Here's Sensabaugh. And they get it. It's rebounded by Towns.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Brunson kicks to MP. No good from 18. Jazz have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 field goals.
Using that speed of his on the drive, Clarkson just so elusive when he puts it on the floor.
Here's MP. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. MP's got 7.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Collins. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now.
I gave it to him. That's my fault.
And there's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Utah with the ball after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Collins, a screen on Bridges. Bridges against Clarkson.
Good defense.
The shot will not fall. Bridges with some nice defense. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Now, Clarkson, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his
There you
team.
go. Good shit.
Hard with one hand.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, Ed?
Calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now, here's MP. He has 7. Bridges finds MP. Puts up a 3. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping.
Bro, we went 2-0. Do you believe that we can win this series? You think we're gonna steal 2 in Indiana? Can we steal 2 in Indiana? Can we steal 2 in Indiana?
Clarkson against Bridges. Collins, a screen on Brunson. George, no good.
It's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Hart the pass to Brunson. MP outside. Lets it go from 11, and the Knicks good for 2.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap.
And so it's the New York Knicks going into the break with a 10-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers.
There's still a
tells
chance,
the
but
story
man,
of
game
what
2 was
defense
hard to
they're
watch.
playing today.
Bro, we can't get one in the garden.
Here.
We can't get one. No, game 1 was like, boom. Like, oh my gosh, what the hell? Like, bro, Tibbs leaving Cat is out. Tibbs is leaving Cat out in the fourth. That shit crazy, man. That's insane. No timeout at the end. Neither facts. We have 14 seconds left. No timeout, no nothing. Insane. Insane. Yo, I'm gonna be back on stream at 6. After this game, I have to get off stream. I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna do a marathon. I'm gonna play Last of Us.
Sensabaugh in the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah.
Despite his youth,
all I know is Tibbs got to switch it up. He has to switch it up. If we want a chance to win this series, he's gonna have to switch it up, man. And he needs to start playing. Why is Precious Achiuwa not playing? Why is Sherman not playing? Like, why? Switch it up, man. We just too predictable. That's why Indiana we're way too. You think they should fire Tibbs? I mean, Tibbs did get us this point, but it's time to move on. Yeah, Tibbs did get us this far. He definitely got us this far, but I think it's time for us to move on from Tibbs.
He's showing grown
Tibbs did what he had to do for this team, and he did a great job for this team. You feel me? But I think it's time for Tibbs to go. I'm sorry. His coaching style, he doesn't like. He's too predictable, man.
Jazz trail by 17.
And you gotta understand, Rick Carlisle plays everybody. He play all. Man, look. Tibbs is too predictable. Oh shit.
George passes to Cummings to the middle. Here's Sensabaugh, and he jams it with authority.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season.
It says Indiana runs 10-12 man deep, and we only run 7-8. Facts! We're too predictable. You feel me? It's like, switch it up a little bit, man. Precious needs. Why is Precious not playing in this series, man? I don't understand it. Why is Precious not good enough? It's like, what's wrong with Tibbs? Precious not good. Why are you playing the same? Like, bro, Indiana already figured us out. And he said, facts. Tibbs still got us this far, better than any coaches we had. That's true, but you know we want to win. So what's next? We need a different coach.
Became one of the first teams in the league to move their games
I gotta
to
focus.
broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. With
shit.
the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract
I gotta
fans.
focus.
Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Ah, my gosh!
No question at all. And we thank you for your report.
Watch out! I got him.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 8. But on that shot,
All right, we got
the
focus.
Knicks lead is cut down now to just 10 on the bench from Collins.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here's MP. Drives to the hoop.
We gotta
and
focus.
lands good off the glass. MP's got 14 points for the game.
MP went right for the teeth and got rewarded.
George looking around. A 3. Shot by Collins, no good. The Knicks lead by 12. Pass to Towns. Back to MP. Over to the left wing. Brunson kicks to MP.
There it goes!
Assist by Brunson. 17 points in the game.
Out.
So it's the New York Knicks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. And we've got
all I know is
sports coming.
I'm about to suit up. All I know is I'm about to suit up, man. I'm gonna be in Indiana. I'm going to Indiana tomorrow. I'm suiting up. Y'all gonna see me on the court. I'm gonna show them how it was done. Y'all.
They've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
Well, look here now in New York. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things, and I gotta say they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I gotta... And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Damn, I already got 17 points? That's crazy. I don't even remember scoring 17.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
On the court for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's MP. Then there's Towns, and it's Hart in at the 4. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
To the inside.
Who left him open?
And again, it's Utah.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
I got way better.
Now, here's MP. He's covered closely. Towns sets a pick for Brunson. Over George.
Good shot.
Brunson, no good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. It can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Sensible.
Watch. Watch. Shit.
Goes in for the dunk.
Fuck.
Cutting into the lead with the big.
All right, man, we gotta get right.
That's how you get your team back into it.
We're gonna win this game. Don't worry.
Don't
worry. Don't panic, y'all. We're gonna win. Don't worry.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in.
After they took me out the game.
Keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season.
Yeah.
You take a look at.
They took me out the game because I made a stupid-ass play.
Both teams making substitutions here. And the Jazz with possession here.
Bro, I keep getting stuck.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Pass to Collier. Jazz passing it around. Now Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer. Makes a big night bounce and goes in. Clarkson's got 9 points.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's
fuck. I messed up.
And it's Payne in the corner. Here's MP. MP strong inside.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple.
Where's that white boy? Where's he at?
MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total.
Now Clarkson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Utah shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Knicks. They're up by 11. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thipp.
Defensively, we got to do a better job.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. As we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Martin and Hendricks in at the center position. That's the group right now for Utah. In the corner, Shamet with it. Inside.
Pull up.
Here's Towns.
And one!
Point play chance here for him.
That's such a strong player. Even the foul can't throw Towns off the field.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Hendricks passes to McKinley. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. MP against Williams. MP.
Make those, man. Shit.
Jazz trail by 14. Pass to Collier. Here's Hendricks.
Oh my God! Shit, that's my fault.
And he sinks that.
That's my fault.
Back of the rim on the way in.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
MP against Williams.
JB, go to work, JB. Go to work, JB. Go to work, JB. Go to work, JB. Go to work, JB.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
And Will Hardy is called timeout.
Go to work.
Every possession is critical now. And Utah making a change here. Collins is checked in. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, now during that break, Will Hardy was some good.
Oh my gosh! Why is this reaction? Bro, defense. Oh my gosh!
Effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Brunson the pass to MP. Outside, Towns. Just 5 on the clock. MP, no good. Jazz trail by 12.
I got him, Carl. I got him. Watch out.
Hendricks passes to Collins. Outside Collins. Pass to Collier. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Knicks leading by 12. Bridges attacking.
Go to work! Hey, good stuff, Bridges.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Hudson against Bridges. Now, here's Clarkson, guarded closely. Here's Sensabaugh. And it's in.
No, he just pushed me away. What the hell? Fuck that. I need my get back. I need my get back. I need my get back. And what?
So he's got the
what are you talking about?
Here to make it a 3-point play.
Let me get my get back, man. Let me get my get back.
Stays with the play and gets the finish.
Keep playing with me, man.
Favorite part, Stan, of life on the road.
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean,
hey, man, make my free throws, man. I'm looking like OG out there.
Stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Woo! Y'all seen that cut? Come on, bro. I'm getting way nicer at this game. I just got to get better at defense. I'm getting better, but I'm getting better at defense for sure.
Well, you can tell Clarkson is letting his shots come to him. He's not forcing things out there.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hard bounce pass. New York moving the ball around. And here's MP for three. Hits it from three-point range. MP's got 7 now in this quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Knicks.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Off target from outside. MP kicks to Brunson. Back to MP. To the inside. Brunson the pass to MP. That one's not going to go. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. First stand.
All right.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Hold on, let's see something. This is the game. We about to play this game. We about to play this game once around like 6 o'clock. I'm gonna do a marathon. I was gonna see how to get some rest. Get some rest. Ooh. It says play side story. All right, y'all.